here with ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter. What's your day going to be like on
Well, actually,
Thursday?
there are a few days that stand out on the NFL calendar. Nothing like opening day, nothing like Super Bowl Sunday, nothing like the first day of free agency, and also nothing like draft day. You could wake up, you feel the draft. You could feel it in the air. The phone's buzzing. You're on the phone throughout the day. Right now, where you're taping this, we are in the meeting room where we'll be meeting throughout the course of the morning and afternoon to go over the production of Thursday night's telecast on ESPN. Talk about how we're going to present players with medical issues, character questions, what teams might be interested in certain players, what players are rising, what players are sinking. Just go about the whole thing, previewing the whole night. But really throughout the course of the day, you're thinking about what's ahead that night. You're tracking the scuttlebutt, the buzz, who might be coming up, who might be going down. Just an active day. You really don't know what to expect other than it's going to be one crazy, chaotic, frenetic day. And it's going to be one of those days that you remember, like opening day, like Super Bowl Sunday, like the first day of free agency.
What do you expect Kansas City's going to do?
I think the first two players picked in this draft will be Luke Joeckel and Eric Fisher, or Eric Fisher and Luke Joeckel, probably Luke Joeckel and Eric Fisher. But the two tackles are going to go first, and I think the tackles will be the story throughout the first round of the draft. The offensive linemen will be the story in the first round of the draft. Every draft needs a storyline, and the quarterbacks will be a storyline, but it will be for where they don't go in this draft rather than where they do go. The offensive linemen, that'll be really interesting because you're going to see so many of them go so high, including guards in a spot that they usually don't ordinarily go. But in this particular draft, you're going to see teams go for Jonathan Cooper. You're going to see them go for Chance Warmack. They're going to be high picks like all the other offensive linemen here who are quality players.
Okay, everybody cares about quarterbacks. So who's the first one off the board and where does he go?
It's a great question. I think everybody around the league wants to know that. I think you probably figure that Geno Smith is still going to be the first quarterback off the board. But would it shock anybody if somehow E.J. Manuel went ahead of him, or Ryan Nassib, or Matt Barkley? No, because when you speak to teams, the one thing you come away with is that they all have different opinions on different quarterbacks. I've heard teams that have Barkley won. I've heard teams that have Nassib won. I've heard teams that have Manuel won. And I've heard teams that have Geno Smith won. Which one of those teams is going to pull the trigger first? And you don't know that, and won't know that until draft night begins to unfold. Once it does, that's when we'll get an idea of which quarterback will go first.
All right, enjoy the day.
Thank you, Ashley. Appreciate it.